It looks good. I don't know how I feel about the writing.
I need them to stop bringing attention to the 90s.
Yeah.
That sucks.
We gotta bring them back to the 90s.
We have to hit the X-Men where they're the most vulnerable. The 1990s. There's no way Apocalypse can ever say 1990s.
No.
Like, it immediately takes you back to the Elmer Ooze or whatever his name was version of him in X-Men Apocalypse. Yeah. And it's just like, ugh, I wish that this didn't suck.
Because in reality, stealing from Deadpool, they're at their most vulnerable in the 80s when they're babies and you can fucking just kill them.
They're the most vulnerable in the 60s.
Yeah.
You know, if you just get rid of Professor Xavier,
there
the X-Men never form.
No, that's dumb.
No, it's stupid.
It looks great.
It looks really good. The animation is tight. Kelly put it really well that it's like
but yeah, that's dumb.
every frame a painting style, like every frame could be a comic book panel kind of thing. That looks great. Oh, god damn. Like the whole of everything else is just... Man, I'm not interested in some of the writing. I have a lot of questions about the pacing because that was an issue last time. And the whole Bo DeMeo thing is still hanging like a shroud over the entire thing.
Very much so.
This guy came in with a very, very grounded understanding of what the X-Men should be. Did the whole thing, found a ton of success, and then Kevin Feige got really upset that he found so much success and called to attention that other people besides Kevin Feige might have better ideas than Kevin Feige about how to do Marvel stuff. And so there was this whole fallout, and they framed him for all these things, and maybe didn't frame him for other things. And it's just like, Jesus Christ. And so this was all done without him, and it just, that immediately tells me, like, this is not going to have the same vision as the last one did. And I don't know. This could be good. This could be like a giant clusterfuck. I have no idea.
I don't have a lot of expectations now going into after that trailer.
Exactly. I'm not sitting here being like, yeah, it's gonna be great. I'm like, yeah, I mean, it might be. It might be good. I don't know. It could be. Could be. Who knows? So I don't have anything really to say about it except that the trailer for Primetime with Robert Pattinson is the inevitable Chris Hansen movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, Robert Pattinson is playing Chris Hansen.
Yeah.
That's all I have to say about that. There is this funny comedy, Gail Daughtry and the Celebrity Sex Pass. We saw a good trailer for that. I don't know if you watched the trailer for that or not, but that looks like it could be really funny. Has a bunch of the cast of Mad Men in it. And it's I think it's Zoe Dutch, who is Caroline in the City. What's her name?
Leah Thompson.
Leah Thompson. Her daughter... doing like this, her boyfriend actually found his hall pass and got to sleep with her, and so now everybody in the world is in on this conspiracy to help her sleep with John Hamm. And it looks really charming and funny. It looks all right, yeah. It has like Scott Pilgrim kind of fun.
I have such low expectations of modern cinema that it makes it really hard.
I know.
Like right now, the only movie in my household that people are looking forward to is the Minecraft Squared has been announced that it's coming, and Ethan wants to see that so bad.
Yeah,
and
but I'm
dreading after that first one.
That first one was terrible. I don't care. Fine.
Yeah.
Whatever. Cool. It's like the Mario movies. I still haven't watched the second one, and I'm still just like, okay, cool. Whatever makes you
gotta
happy,
watch that
man.
eventually.
I will watch it, but like, I don't know. The end of Oak Street is
still looks interesting.
It's my thing is that it's Bad Robot. This is the last final gasp of J.J. Abrams and Bad Robot. If this one doesn't work, they're done. And
which honestly, go away.
Here's my thing. What's the big thing with Bad Robot? No ending. Yeah. So why would I think that this movie is going to have an ending? Because that's your whole thing, is that you don't have endings, and you think it's like this championship like chess move to not have an ending. And it's like, no, man, like you need an ending. There needs to be a satisfying resolution to your story.
That is why my favorite thing he ever made, which was Super 8, actually had an ending. Yeah. It had a conclusion to the story. That is one of the few things that ever did.
It still left some hanging chads, as I recall. There were still some things that were just like, so we're not going to get any resolution on that? That's weird. Yeah. I feel like we could have gotten some kind of something on that. But no, I hope this is good. Ewan McGregor and Anne Hathaway and her big year. I hope this is good, but I have no idea if it's going to be anything at all, or if it's just going to be another complete waste of time.
Yeah. Little faith.
Yeah.
Little faith.
All right, sir.
So, before I get into the big thing,
yeah,
I want to do a quick shout out and continuing my trend of watching older movies. I watched the original Highlander the other day. God, it's such a great movie. Like, I forgot how incredible that movie is.
My overwhelming memory of that movie is Clancy Brown's pointy teeth.
Oh, no, they're not pointy.
They're not pointy?
No, the Kurgan.
I thought he had pointy teeth.
No.
I could have sworn he had pointy teeth.
So Clancy Brown as the Kurgan is one of my all-time favorite characters, especially... No, his thing was Ramirez, played by Sean Connery, cuts his throat, but he doesn't completely cut his head off, and so he connects it with safety pins.
Oh.
And so there's a part in the church where he meets up with Christopher Lambert's character, and they're sitting there having a conversation, and he's incognito, so he has his head shaved bald. He's wearing like classic 80s like punk leather and the spike gloves, and he's got the safety pins on his neck. And the nuns walk by, and he's like, "This is my favorite thing. Happy Halloween, ladies!" And he does the top. It is so great. But the movie itself is so 80s.
Yeah.
In every way. The soundtrack, I'm sorry, fucking rocks because it is Queen. And right from the start, you have this little voiceover in the very beginning by Sean Connery. And then it goes right into Princes of the Universe by Queen, which is so fucking... Like, it got my... heckles up, and then it goes right into the wrestling at Madison Square Garden. Fight scenes, some of them don't hold up because it's, it's from the 80s fight scenes. But, man, it's a fucking great movie.
My other thing about the Highlander is just the boldness of having an entire movie about Scottish warriors and Sean Connery, and not having Sean Connery be Scottish.
He's the Spaniard.
What an entirely crazy thing to do.
And the Frenchman is the Scot.
And the Belgian. The Belgian is the Scotsman, and the Scotsman is the Spaniard. Yeah. What a wild
And I don't know what Clancy Brown's nationality is, but his character is originally Russian. But mind you, it's over thousands of years, so it changed. But yeah. No, it's so fucking great. Like, don't ever see any of the sequels.
Oh, no.
But the original is absolutely worth seeing. It's so good.
Like so many 80s movies, as soon as there's a number on the back end of it, walk away. Yeah. If there's a number on the back end, you can probably skip it.
You probably skip it.
It's probably not
the only thing that usually is a red flag, but they do it better than most movies, is intertwining the past and the present. Yeah. Because that's what happens throughout this movie, and they do it really well. Like it so easily could be fucked up or become like an overdone trite thing, but man, they do it really well, and I love it. Yeah, absolutely. And they're currently the remake is going to be going. No, the Voltron remake with Henry Cavill is going straight to Amazon. He's also doing the Highlander remake. Yeah, with Russell Crowe as Ramirez. So I don't like. It's one of those things where I'm like, I don't want you to. Well, he was the Spaniard in Gladiator, so I'm wondering why they...
Like, you can find a Spaniard.
But here's the thing, though. Russell Crowe has got to get in fucking shape.
Yeah, he's not.
Because Sean Connery, I believe he was in his 50s or maybe early 60s when they made Highlander. That dude was in some great fucking condition still. Like, he was doing a scene where him and Christopher Lambert sprinting on a beach, and it's Sean Connery sprinting, and he doesn't look like he's out of breath, and he doesn't look like he's out of shape. It's like... Russell, you got to fucking hit that gym, dude, because you are...
It's time to get jacked again, man.
They can't have
Not like Zeus jacked, where you're wearing something that makes you look jacked. Like, actually jacked.
Let's not talk about
We don't want to talk about Zeus?
Okay.
But he killed Korg!
Here's what we got to talk about. So I have watched the first 3 episodes of Spider-Man Noir.
Mm-hmm. Can I tell you really quick what my overwhelming reactions have been so far? Huh. And you'll tell me if this is correct. The 2 reactions I've seen so far... 3. There are 3 great reactions I've seen so far. 1, the filthy casuals who look at it and say, "See, Sony? Spider-Man works better when Spider-Man's in it." The people who know, who are like, "This is terrible. This could be so much better than it is. And it's awful, awful garbage. And oh my God, anybody who likes this, what is wrong with you?" And the creator of the original Spider-Man Noir comic, who simply said, Aunt May would be ashamed of you.
Yeah.
That's all I need to hear, baby!
I'm going to preface my review of, and I did watch the first episode in black and white, second one in color, third one in black and white. I will say, if you do watch this, watch it in black and white.
Yeah.
It does play so much better than the color version.
Yeah.
I am going to use a comparison of what this should have been to a 1991. So back in the day, kids, HBO used to make made-for-HBO movies that were really good. That was a big thing in the 80s and 90s. There was a 91 movie called Cast a Deadly Spell, which doesn't hold up very well nowadays, but it's still very fun to watch. It stars Fred Ward, David Warner, Julianne Moore, Clancy Brown. Fred Ward plays a detective in a noir setting, and everyone around him, it looks like the 1950s, but magic is a thing, and monsters are a thing. And he has to be a detective in this world where he doesn't use magic. And it's really fun. It's a fun, tongue-in-cheek movie.
Yeah.
When I watch this show, the parts that have nothing to do with superheroes, not bad. Like, it's okay. I could see this as that.
Yeah.
Nicolas Cage playing a detective with normal people around him in normal situations was kind of enjoyable. As soon as you put superhero in it at all, completely destroys it. Like, and I wanna say to you, laughably bad. Laughably bad.
How could it be anything else?
But it's worse than you think.
Of course it is.
The scenes of him as Spider-Man fall into two categories.
Oh, good.
There's the live action one where it is so obvious it's not him. It is and we notice this in the trailer. It is the truth in the show. It is a much slimmer, more athletic human being. It is absolutely not Nicolas Cage.
No.
And then a lot of the scenes of him as Spider-Man are completely CGI. And I think Raimi's original Spider-Man did a better job of the spider CGI than they did in this.
I'm sure.
There was a scene where it was kind of a flashback to when... Okay, so the basis of the story is he was Spider-Man in this noir setting, and then his wife died, and he couldn't save her.
How long ago?
That's the thing. I believe it was only like 5 years.
Fuck that shit.
But here's the thing. His wife died, so it's kind of like their Gwen Stacy moment.
Yeah.
His wife died in a drowning. He couldn't save her, so he gave up the Spider-Man thing and just became a private eye. And the whole city got taken over by Silvermane and all of these supervillains, and it became this thing. But they don't really show a lot. Like, you get to meet Flint Marko. He's just this tortured guy who you just, every now and then, like, if he gets in a fight and he can't control, his face just changes texture.
A little bit.
You don't see, like, Sandman powers or anything like that. The guy that they show that uses fire, I can't remember, they don't even have, like, he doesn't have a super villain name, just the name of the character he is.
Which is, it should be, his name is... It's not Ray. His name is Alan. Oh, God. What's
You're going to say it, and I'll be like, maybe.
Yeah.
Like, it's that forgettable because he literally fucking dies.
Yeah.
And you're like...
Mark Allen.
Mark Allen. Because that's what... So, he supposedly... He burned down Silvermane's mansion. And then he supposedly had information on Silvermane. Silvermane hires a guy... One of Silvermane's henchmen hire Ben Reilly, who is Nicolas Cage's Spider-Man, and another private eye to find him. The other private eye, they find him at the same time. The other private eye kills him because the guy's ready to shoot fire at him. And so everything is like finding out what he knew, and this is where Felicia Hardy comes in because she was his girlfriend, and she runs the club, but that she also works for Silvermane. There's all this stuff. Like I said, when the superhero component isn't included, and you hear the names, and you're like, Okay. I'm going to pretend like these names have nothing to do with Spider-Man. Because they really don't have anything to do with the story of Spider-Man Noir.
They do. Some of them do.
Well, some of them do, but not like in the context that we know. Like, it's Peter Parker and it's not Ben Reilly. So I hear Ben Reilly, and to me, it takes me away from it because I know that's not Spider-Man Noir.
Yeah.
So I hear that name, and I don't even put him in this realm of your Spider-Man.
Oh, I do. I hear Ben Reilly, and immediately that tells me a million things. It tells me that this is a Spider-Man that has given up an identity, that has walked away from a former life or been forced to walk away from a former life and has taken on an assumed identity. Because that's who Ben Reilly is. Ben Reilly is just the clone of Spider-Man who was forced out of the life of Peter Parker and had to establish his own life. And so he took Ben's first name and May's last name, Ben Reilly, and he went off and did his own thing.
But that's why I'm saying I don't associate it with this story.
Yeah.
Like, I hear that name and I don't think about it.
But then that's a tragedy because that sucks.
Yes.
Like, there's so many reasons why immediately out of pocket this sucks.
Yes.
And it's 90% of them are Nicolas Cage shaped. The idea, the audacity that you watched Into the Spider-Verse and you saw everybody love that, oh, Spider Noir is fascinated by the Rubik's Cube. Oh, what a funny meme. And you said, let's make a series out of that. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah.
What the actual fuck is wrong with you? And you still cast Nicolas Cage as that character.
And I think the reason why I stopped at episode 3, because episode 3 is when he reassumes the moniker of Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Like, he has this dramatic thing where he had locked up his case with his suit in it into a wall, and he has to get it out of the wall. The whole John Wick thing where he breaks
hammer it out of the floor.
So knowing that the absolute worst part of this series is the superhero part, that makes me not want to watch any more of it because I know now that's gonna become more of it. Because like I said, the first 2 episodes, you barely have anything Spider-Man related. Mm-hmm. Barely. Yeah. There's some mentions of it. But you don't really see him. He uses web every now and then, but you don't really see anything.
On a scale of WandaVision, where the first 2 episodes barely have any Marvel in them, and it's just an episode of I Love Lucy and Dick Van Dyke, is it more or less?
I would say 10%.
Yeah.
Out of both episodes, maybe 10% of superhero stuff.
Yeah.
So, I would probably have given those first 2 episodes a C,
mm-hmm.
which, honestly, for this is a really high grade. The 3rd episode, I easily gave an F because that's where you start to see, him as Spider-Man now, and it was so off-putting. I'm underselling how bad it looked him as Spider-Man.
It's so bad. You can see it in the trailer. Bad. It looks awful. Both of the things that you've mentioned were in the trailer, and they looked bad there.
Yeah.
So I can speak to them. One was the bar fight scene where he's spinning around. It looks nothing like 62-year-old Nicolas Cage. Yeah. Which, again, 62!
Yeah.
62! Even if his wife had died 5 years ago, oh no, your wife died when you were 57?
Yeah.
Oh wow, holy shit. And so you were Spider-Man until you were 57? What is the story here? And if it's 1940, did you, what was your life like in the 1800s, Peter? Yeah. What have you done? By making him so old in 1940, what the fuck did you think was gonna happen, man? That's insane to me.
Yeah.
That means he was born in 1880. Are you kidding me? What the hell? What are you talking about? What even in the fuck are you talking about? And so you have that, all of it, but then even if you didn't have that, you have this stupid fight style, which means that it doesn't look like Nicolas Cage, because how could it? Because he's 62 years old! And so then, when you do just stuff where Nick Cage's face has to be there, like when he gets punched off a building, it looks like shit.
Yeah.
And when he web swings up, it looks like shit. None of it looks good. All of it looks bad. Why would I watch this? This is just made to piss me off, because the entire way through, everything that you shake off as whatever, it would be daggers under my nails. Mm. It would be so frustrating to watch because it's so stupid, and it's such you want to talk about unforced errors. This might be the biggest unforced error since all of Homecoming. Mm-hmm. What's the thing about Silvermane? The thing about Silvermane you may be able to pick up on this by his name, is that he's old, right? Silvermane. He's old. And he has all these tricks that keep him in the game, right? And he's used technology and all these other things, the Magi, his hold over Kingpin, his ability to maintain control over the 5 boroughs, all these things that keep him going and keep him in control, but he's always one step ahead of everything. And he's old! Brendan Gleeson is 71. Nicolas Cage is 62.
I was going to say, he's only 9 years off.
So what the fuck are you talking about? What the fuck? The main premise of your story is that the oldest crime boss in history is rampant all over town. And the only guy that can stop him is the young buck 9 years younger than the old crime boss who has been there forever and cannot be taken out. What the fuck are you talking about? What in the world do you mean? This is insanity. Why would you do it this way? What stupid pill did you take? And in what world can anyone justify the idea that children would come out of their cave and look and say, look, Sony, Spider-Man works better when Spider-Man's in it. Fuck you guys, because you can't talk either, because you don't know. You don't know shit.
Well, that's the thing. I guarantee no kid under the age of 15 is watching this show. Probably under the age of 20.
I don't know.
Al, this is the pacing is made for older people. It really doesn't have like any slapstick humor or any of that stuff. It doesn't, it's, that's why I'm saying it's frustrating, because the actual detective side of it is geared towards like our age.
Yeah.
And the spider part doesn't really have that flashy, like I could see if Ethan watched this, he would be bored to fucking tears. So it's like, that's what makes me even more mad. It's like, well, what did you make this for? Then you didn't make it for our age because we know the story of it. I do have to say, one of the few bright sides, Lamorne Morris plays Robbie Robertson.
I was about to ask if he plays Robbie Robertson or Ben Urich.
He plays Robbie Robertson.
Again, it's fine, but it's another unforced error.
He's good in the part.
Yeah.
And I kind of like he's on the outs with the Daily Bugle. And he's trying to get back in, but there is a slight racial undertone of why he lost his job in the first place. And it's an interesting dynamic, but not enough to really... He's such a small character in it. I don't know if he's going to get bigger, but it's one of the least egregious parts of the show.
Okay, so this means one of two things has to be true.
Okay.
This is either a reprehensible rendition of J. Jonah Jameson.
It's not J. Jonah Jameson.
Someone else is running the Bugle.
It's someone else is running the Bugle. So that's why, and I'll be honest, I was starting to get mad at the series at this point when they showed who the editor-in-chief was. And so...
Who is it? Do you remember?
I can't remember the dude's name. It kind of made me happy that it wasn't J. Jonah Jameson, because that would have made me madder.
Yeah.
It would have really made me more upset, because they've already fucked up J. Jonah Jameson in the modern movies. I don't even know if they...
Howard Walters?
Yeah, Howard Walters.
So you just made up a guy.
It's just a dude.
So you just made up a guy because here's the thing. The reason I know that it can't be that Robbie got forced out is that Robbie, and Jonah knows this and relies on this, is the heartbeat of the Bugle. The Bugle doesn't exist without Robbie. Robbie is the thing that keeps the Bugle grounded.
Yeah.
It keeps them on the right side of history. It keeps them focused on the right stories. And it allows them to do what they need to do. The reason Robbie allows Jonah to do what he does to Spider-Man is because A, Robbie knows who Spider-Man is because he's smart and he figured it out. And B, he sees A, that this sells papers. B, it gives Peter a job. And C, it keeps Peter on his toes. It keeps him... from getting a big head where everybody is like, oh, Spider-Man's great. Spider-Man's great. He allows Jonah to do these things because it keeps Peter from, and we know this, Peter nowadays is portrayed as this heavenly creature who never gets mad and always makes the right decision. That's not Peter Parker. Peter Parker has a temper. Peter Parker he can be an asshole.
Yep.
He often misses the point. He gets too distracted by what he's focused on because he's so worried about something that he's not focused on anything else going on around him. He can and does get a big head when he gets his powers, because he's fucking 16.
Yeah.
And he goes and he wrestles a guy 3 times his size and just tosses him around like a rag. And so he needs someone to keep him in check. That's what the Bugle does. Now, are they a little over voracious in their often antics towards? Yes. Yeah, absolutely. But again, in the same way, I'm reminded of Scrubs, that Kelso talks all the time about needing to keep the hospital open by charging money. You gotta sell papers, baby. So, like, Robbie is integral to the Bugle. You have to have Robbie. And the idea that Robbie would be forced out is so stupid to me. And then to make it a racial thing, it's just like, okay.
See, the only reason why the racial thing landed with me is because it does make sense in the 40s.
It makes sense in the 40s, but, like, that's why you have Jonah. Jonah fights for Robbie. Yeah. Jonah stands up for Robbie. Jonah is there the whole time because he needs Robbie. He never sees Robbie in that way, even in the comic. Even in the comic, Jonah is a crusader for good. He hates Spider-Man because he hates his tactics. He is a crusader for good in the Noir comics and stands up for the people under him, including Robbie Robertson, at a time where he would be under attack all the time for having this position. And you once again fully missed the point. And you did it because it was the easy way out. There's an easy off-road. Oh, Robbie doesn't work at the Bugle because there's a racist guy there. Okay, so we're not going to do J. Jonah Jameson and the complicated nature that he has in the Spider-Man story. We're just not going to do that. Of course we can't, because he would somehow be younger than Spider-Man.
Yeah. No, it's definitely, it's everything we expected it to be. So you have... I would not recommend anyone seeing this show.
No.
I am disappointed that they could have done 2 things. They could have done the actual noir story age appropriate with Spider-Man the right age, story appropriate. They could have done animated or live action. They could have actually done it right.
They could have even done him in his 40s. Him in his 40s is still 20 years better than him in his 60s. Yeah. You know, like, him in his 30s is 30 years better than him in his 60s. It's that he's in his 60s, man. At best, he's in his 50s. But there's no way anyone looks at Nick Cage and says, this man is a spry 41-year-old. In no world. Yeah, it's so frustrating to think about. The whole thing is
don't watch the show.
No, it's bad.
Just don't watch the show. It's bad. It just adds to the list of comic shows that are bad.
Read the comic. I'm begging you. If you want to watch the show, it's going to take you a long time to watch the show. It will take you less time to read the comic. Yeah. The whole thing is out.
I read it in no time.
You will get a much better idea of the characters and the world and what they're trying to do, and it'll be a hell of a lot better, and you won't have to deal with Nicolas fucking Cage. Yeah.